What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we've got the predictions for UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi taking place this weekend. We will be live streaming the fights at 3 AM Australia time, and we will be raging as we lose money on dumb 5-leg parlays at 2 in the morning. So yeah, that's what's going to be going down, so subscribe and tune in for that. Because, you know, no one wants to be sitting in a stream where you never get your chats read from endless impression requests. So, come join the real best live stream on Best Fight Companion on MMA YouTube, and you'll hear of highly important topics and discussion points, such as stuff that I can't talk about because I'll get banned on YouTube. But, anyway, let's get into it. Fight Night's pretty good. It lost the co-main, but it's still a solid card. Yeah, anyway, let's get into it, starting off with the prelims. Over-under 23.5. We're definitely going. 26.5 is the over-under. Place your bets now. Anyway, let's get into it. Hey, let me talk about this kid, Marcus Buchecha. The kid's like 35. I don't even know if he's good. But we will be subbing this blob of fucking bag of milk. Fucking deteriorating physique individual, Martin Badai. I'm just gonna make it a rule to pick anyone with grappling credentials at heavyweight. Like, I don't normally trust grappling credentials in terms of, like, American wrestling or shit like that, but if you're at heavyweight with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, I'm just gonna, like, assume you're gonna be good enough to beat these fat slobs that aren't top 10 caliber. So, if you have abs and a grappling background, those two combined, each one of those individually means you're like top 15. You combine the two, you're probably like top 8. So I'm going to be picking Marcus Buchecha with no tape study or no film breakdown. Just take my word for it. This kid's going to win. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, we got the bum fight of the card. This is a loser leaves town. Winner is still dog shit. Steven Nguyen versus... this kid's name is Muhammad Yahya. This dude's a bum. He's literally only signed to the UFC because there are literally no good fighters actually from the UAE. Like, zero. There's none. Hamzat sold out and just got a sponsorship, so he just got paid out to represent them, so he technically has the flag next to him. We all know he's not actually from the UAE. He doesn't even fucking train there, probably. But this kid's the only one who's, like, I think actually, like, based out of the UAE, and he's dog shit. So, again, shout out to the UFC for going to the locations where they have talent, you know. Always head to the Middle East and stuff where there's actually, like, no talent. I wouldn't even, if they, obviously they're not going to be able to do a fucking Dagestan event, but, like, bro, can we just, like, Donald Trump's clearly retarded anyway, like, who cares? Just let him go suck off Putin and just do an event in Russia. Like, I wouldn't even mind that, because then at least all these daggies who all these fucking Pakistanis are claiming as their own fighters could fight in their own country. But no, we got a Muhammad Yahya second fight on the prelims, and that's the only guy from this fucking region that's in the UFC, and he's just a DEI hire. But I'll be picking Steven Nguyen. I'm just gonna never pick Muhammad Yahya to win a fight. There's no breakdown. Let's move on. Next up, Ibo Aslan. This kid got smoked by Ion Cutelaba. That's enough. But also he's fighting Billy Alicana, who sucks. I kind of have to go with Aslan. There is like a vibe of like a little crafty Billy Alicana pick. Let me look into this kid's record. What's this kid doing? Because I know he came in and looked half decent against Guskov, but Guskov's grappling kind of sucks. Which is the reason why no one should pick him this weekend, but I'm going to anyway, spoiler. But this Alicana guy, like, I don't know, he just looks mid, like 3 finishes, but he's 30 years old, he's not some young up-and-coming guy. He's not really beaten anyone notable that I can recognize. He fought on PFL and, like, LFA and shit. I'm just going to assume that Aslan is, like, good enough to beat the basically not UFC caliber guys, who do kind of have a habit of giving these guys tough fights on their short notice debuts, which he kind of did with Guskov, but gassed pretty quick, probably because of the short notice, but then just got subbed. Like, if you're getting subbed by Guskov, that's fucking unacceptable. If you get, like, goofball TKO'd by him, I can allow that, but you can't be getting subbed and just giving up to Bogdan Guskov. So, I don't know. Billy Alicana, I just can't trust him. You can't trust Aslan. Don't put money on this fight. These odds are too wide. Neither of them are good. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, Amanda Ribas versus Tabatha Ricci. Now, something you'll notice is I've sped through 3 fights in about 4.5 minutes, which is record time. Normally, I'll manage to spend like 15 minutes on the first 4 fights of the night. I'm doing a thing called not caring about prelim fights that realistically there's no real breakdown for. I'm not giving you a fucking clinch inside foot battle breakdown of Tabatha Ricci, Amanda Ribas. I don't know. I'll just pick Ribas. Ricci just wins all these robbery decisions based on jiggle physics. And I'm gonna trust that the judges are gonna be halal, and they're not gonna be haram, and they're gonna not score fights based on Goon potential. So I don't know. They're both kind of shit. But if you look at the resumes, it's like Rebus is losing to like Dern and like Nama Yunus and shit, and winning like the Pinero fights of the world. Whereas like Ricci is just winning robbery decisions against like Angela Hill and Tisha Pennington and other ones, and then losing clearly to anyone who's better, like losing clearly to Lupi Godinez, etc. Losing clearly to Yan Janan. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, they're both shit, so you can't act like this is a confident call. It's always not a bad idea to just pick fight to end in like split decision. Like I can almost guarantee, if there's a line out for fight to end split decision, bet that. It should literally probably be like minus money, because the fight's gonna go decision. Who the fuck's gonna get a finish here? Except for those who are enjoying the content of the mixed martial arts experience at home, you know, they might get a finish. But neither of these women are going to knock out or submit the other, so it's going to go to the cards, and judges don't care about women's MMA, they'll just make it a split. So yeah, bet on fight to go decision, and split decision specifically. Anyway, let's move on. This is like the first fight I give a fuck about on the card. That's actually a good fight. Damon Blackshear, in my opinion, is still top 15 caliber. Yes, he got slept in the first like 20 seconds by Montel Jackson. I thought he clearly beat Mario Bautista 2-1, and that was coming off a week notice after he just subbed Jose Johnson with a twister. Like, this guy's good. He has moments of looking mid, like, he can kind of get overwhelmed on the feet at times, and Cody Gibson kind of, like, came at him a little bit, but Cody Gibson came out, like, real aggressive. And the thing is with, like, Davey Grant, is everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, but he keeps winning all these fights as underdogs against these up-and-comers and stuff. It's like, Damon Blackshear's not really like an up-and-comer. He's a proven guy who, in my opinion, is a proven better fighter than the guy's name that I just mentioned, is Davey Grant. Like, I think Damon Blackshear is just better. Like, if you look at Davey Grant's fights, you can be like, oh yeah, he kind of got robbed by Daniel Marcos. But also, like, he's been subbed 4 times. This man has been submitted 4 times in his career out of 7 losses. Blackshear specialized in the submission. He's been taken down before. He's got like a 60-odd% takedown defense, so not horrible, but like, you lost to Yanez, could have won that. You lost the decision to Cheeto, could have won that. But none of these guys are, like Daniel Marcos, none of these guys, he's having good striking matchups with him. None of these guys are really testing his grappling. And he was losing to Rafael Assunção very clearly until he, like, grabbed the cage. The ref, I think it was Keith Peterson, was a retard and stood them back up. Took a point, but didn't give the position, which is what you're supposed to do, is give them the position back. And then he got dropped with like a spinning back fist, like late in the third, and lost. It was really like with like 17 seconds left. It was a fucking bullshit ending to the fight. But like, this dude's been subbed twice in the UFC, 3 times in the UFC actually, if you count the Ultimate Fighter, and then once in one of his first fights in MMA, obviously. But like, I didn't know he was 1-1 with Cheeto. What the hell? I knew he had the close loss to him, but I didn't know he also had a win over him. The more you know. Anyway, though, like, Manny Bermudez subbed him with a triangle. Damian Stasiak subbed him with an armbar. Now, I know it was a while ago, and Chris Holdsworth subbed him with an RNC. So, like, he's good, and he has his own submissions. Like, he has 9 submissions out of 16 wins. So, the grappling exchanges in this should be fun. But, like, if you look at, like, Ramon Tavares' decision, Daniel Marcos split decision loss, comeback finish over old Rafael Assunção, who then retired, KO over Louis Smolka, decisions with Yanez and Cheeto, KO'd Martinez in the second, which aged well. But then, like, let's compare that to Damon Blackshear, who some of the recent names have been not great. But, like, overall, you'll just notice a better level of competition. Alatong Haley's not bad. Cody Gibson's not bad. Cody Stammen's pretty solid. Lost to Montel Jackson. Got caught. It's going to happen to some people. Beat Mario Bautista, in my opinion. Subbed Jose Johnson. Finished Luan Lacerda. Close loss to Farid Basharat. Draw with Yusuf Zalal. I think this dude's upside's just more. He's younger. Also, he's even fought like Pat Sabatini on the regional scene as well. And also, something to mention about Davey Grant, which is why I think the odds are wider than some people might be expecting them to be, is I'm pretty sure he's coming off like a back surgery. Like, I think he actually like had surgery on his back, which is why he's been out since like for a while. Or maybe that was going into his last fight, I forget. But I just make it a general rule to not trust old heads, which cost me last week because fucking Michael Johnson and D-Rod were won, and Pitbull all won back to back to back. But I'm going to trust the younger, a more athletic, better submission upside guy to not get overwhelmed on the feet by Davey Grant, who's not some like crazy sniping power puncher like a Montel Jackson. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, we got this roid head Brazilian Carlos Al. This kid's a fucking marauder. What can I tell you? This kid's a savage. And then we got the goat herder of the Dagestanis. You know, this man does not get to sit at the table. I did a Dagestani tier list a couple, like last year sometime. Go watch it. It's a very good video. The thumbnail was tremendous. And I basically kind of talked about the roles of the Dagestanis and what they kind of played within the clan or the tribe or whatever you call it, the fucking community, I guess, the siblingship, you know. And I said Muslim Salikov is down the bottom of that chain. He's the one who sits on the fucking outskirts of the mountains in his own little hut. That just everyone's like, oh, there's Salikov. He's just over there, you know, minding his own business. He's not welcome with like the main group. So I'm gonna pick Carlos Leal. Normally you see these Brazilian Dagestani matchups. Typically the Daggies have been getting the better of them. But recently, I don't know, maybe there's been some Brazilians like, hey, Vinicius Oliveira beat Said Nurmagomedov. That was the first, as far as I'm concerned, Brazilians against Daggies doing better this year than previous years. Pereira did lose to Uncle Live, so maybe that's a dumb fucking take. I just forgot about that completely. But we ignore that, and we will be using our roid head abilities and KOing this ugly cunt. Muslim Salikov's going out within 2. Anyway, let's move on. If it goes decision, though, expect a robbery, because Renat got away with that last time. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Bryce Mitchell, brother. I put the crumb on the pants. Okay. This shit's catchy, I can't lie. I really hope Bryce walks out to that shit. There's a hop in the Murray. How can I be acting like Hitler when I am up? Okay. No, that shit's kind of catchy though. But I'm picking Said Nurmagomedov. I don't know why Bryce is going to bantamweight. I think he's gonna lose. Bitch, I'm the villain. Doom, doom, doom. Anyway, try not to get myself banned. That song's been stuck in my head all day. But I'm picking Said, unfortunately. It would be cool to see Bryce win. And he is actually the favourite. I don't know, I just can't trust this. Like, I hate desperation weight cuts. Because, like, I look at this, like, I'll look at a cut like Joaquin Buckley going to welterweight. I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. And I'll just look at Bryce cutting to bantamweight. I'll be like, dude, I don't think the weight cut's your problem. Like, you're not a big featherweight, but you're not a small one either. Like, Gene Silva's just fucking enormous. You losing is not, like, Topuria is just better than you. Like, he's not just enormously bigger. He's just stronger and better. Because your conditioning appears to be kind of mid. Because you have a shit physique. So, like, this is just going to be a Jack Shaw situation, in my opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong. Never mind. Jack Shaw moved up. Jack Shaw moved up to featherweight. And it's like, dude, you're a bantamweight. Bryce is, like, trying to move down. It's like, just stay in your divisions. You're not built for the other division. Like, either pack on... Like, with Jack Shaw, either pack on muscle... Or Bryce, like, lean out. Because, like, he's just going to be cutting from fat. Like, for me, if you're cutting a bunch of weight, it actually helps to be more jacked and have the more muscle. With these, like, when you see these guys with these mid physiques, you're like, how the fuck are you not, like, how are you struggling to make weight? Because they never look, like, sucked out. But it's like, they carry this, like, fat, so you can't really get much water out of them. That's what I think. Again, no medical fucking expertise to that. But, I don't know, I just don't like this for Bryce, and I think he's susceptible to getting caught early. And can you not see a ninja choke from Said Nurmagomedov? He goes for them every fucking fight, and Bryce is susceptible to getting latched up in chokes, because he's going to be shooting for legs. I don't think he's outstriking Said. Maybe he can just put a crazy pace on him like he did to Edson. So, to me, this fight either goes like early finish / Said's kind of able to just keep it on the feet and not gas out, because I don't think Bryce is going to put as much of like a pace on him, like a retard marauder pace like Vinicius Oliveira did, or he does what he did to Edson and looks weirdly good on the feet via just backing him up and not letting the striker get going. I think Said's grappling is good enough to defend that. I think it's going to be so much quicker as well. Like, Said was quicker than Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius is like a quick, explosive, powerful dude. And he was like looking lost in round 1 before Said started to gas. I think you've got to put that pressure on him a bit on the feet, but also in the grappling. So Bryce can grapple. Said's takedown defense is not awful, and early, he's dangerous with submissions. And I think to beat Said, you kind of have to mix it up a bit, and you have to like be a bit dynamic on the feet and be able to tag him a little bit and win the striking exchanges. Because if Bryce is just pure grappling, I don't think he's just going to be getting like enough control time in 2 of the 3 rounds to win. I think he's going to need some movements on the feet or need a submission potential, and I don't think he can get that here. So One, I think he's going to look mid. The weight cut, I think he's not going to look the best. And two, I just think he's going to be way slower. I think he's going to be way slower. So I'm picking Saeed. Again, no issue if Bryce wins. I'll be happy for him. And hopefully says something based on the mic if he does. You already know they're not giving this man a fucking post-fighting... Like, they're putting this man as the featured prelim for a reason, I'm pretty sure. He might be featured prelim, might be like main card. But, like, you already know if they're kind of running overtime and a bunch of these fights are going decision, Bryce, unless he finishes someone, is not getting a fucking post-fight interview. They're like, congratulations to Thug Nasty on a successful bantamweight debut. Anyway, we're fucking moving on before he says something to get us taken off TV. So I'm picking Saeed, but again, it's a close fight, could go either way. It just kind of comes down to how Saeed deals with the pressure and how good his cardio can hold up, I guess. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, we don't care that we're at a technical disadvantage. We do not care that our takedown defense is dog shit. And we do not care that there's actually like no realistic path to us to win other than fluke KO. Because we will be chitting Nikita Krylov in round 1. I don't care, bro. Fuck logic. Fuck actual technical breakdowns. Fuck the fact that this dude got ragdolled in round 1 by Ryan Spann and subbed in the first by Volkan Ozdemir. We don't care. I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care. Hey, Guskov round 1 KO, baby. Let's go. You're going with vibes. People be calling me favourite lane MMA. None of that. None of that. Enough of that, mate. The fuck it's just fucking... I don't even know the guy, to be honest. I just shout up. He's fucking... They're calling me favourite lane MMA. Oh, fuck. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm picking Bogdan Guskov by fluke KO. Also, even though I don't even fucking think this shit's gonna happen, like, I'm very convinced that Krylov's just gonna wet blanket him and sub him, or just smudge him. Or just finish him on the feet, because this dude's defense is dog shit. But my thing is, Krylov's turning around hella quick, and Guskov is just goofy and awkward enough, and I'm learning that technique doesn't mean anything in the sport. And like, oh, Krylov had a competitive fight with Ankalaev. I don't care, bro. Hey, plot armor. I don't care, bro. Memes. I'm picking Guskov KO. There's no breakdown here. Don't bet on him. But also, don't bet on Krylov. He's unreliable and he's turning around in like 3 months after getting flatlined. Wait, let me use my brain. Maths, quick. So he fought in April. So that's May. That's 1 month. That's June. That's 2 months. And then July. That's 3 whole months. He's literally making a 3. I know that's not like 2 weeks, but like he's making a pretty quick turnaround after getting flatlined. And he also before that hadn't fought in like 2 years. So like I don't know. How much do I trust this kid? Like I was convinced this man died at war. We all came back, and apart from a few people that just wanted Reyes to win, like the logical breakdown was like, yeah, Krylov should win. And then he just looks dog shit. Like we're like, if Krylov looks how he did, he'll win. But no, he'll just be retarded. Like, and this dude was low-key tarting it up with Ryan Spann, like, and until Spann dove into a submission. So like, Spann's IQ's dog shit. So it's like performances against him don't really matter. Like sometimes he'll grapple, sometimes he won't, sometimes he'll just give up, sometimes he'll just give you a win. Who knows? But Krylov, I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna assume he will get caught, I guess, because the chin's probably not all there, and he looked kind of shit coming back. So maybe he will have polished all that off in 3 months, but who knows? I don't know where his career's at, where his mind's at. Guskov was preparing for Walker, gets Alakana, looks kind of mid. But at least he's been in an active competition cycle, you know. And I'm going to trust him to be improving more than Krylov. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, we are going to KO this Kazakh bum. Because we are just better. No, I don't know. I'm just dragging this we thing at this point. But I'm having fun with this sport now, dude. I don't care about fucking stressing technique and logic this and, oh, his takedown defense isn't good. I don't care. We're picking vibes and we're picking fun. Guskov winning is fun. Ochoa chinning this boring fuck is fun. This dude hasn't... Oh, am I wrong though? Like, everyone's gonna be, like, probably picking Almabayev because it's, like, the reliable, Ochoa's unproven, whatever. But, like, can we just look at Almabayev's career and just call this dude mid as hell? Like, I'm literally, like, Lona Kavanagh decision loss and Cody Durden round 2 KO is better than anything Almabayev's done in his fucking career, in my opinion. Am I wrong? Like, is that a crazy stat? Is that ridiculous? Like, Nicolau at that stage of his career is, like, low-key ass. And, like, he didn't even look good in that fight. Nicolau just is shit and just backs up the whole time because his chin's gone now because he got KO'd twice in a row. But, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, Almabayev, he's 21-3. He came into some, like, prospect and shit. He's been KO'd twice, all I'm saying. Cap finished him and he got finished once back earlier in his career by... He got finished by Tagir Ulanbekov. What the hell? I didn't know that. Yo, the more you know. He got TKO'd, he submitted to punches. I'm not picking this dude. There you go, I've just uncovered some breaking information. On Fight Nights Global 58 in January 2017, this man submitted to punches. I don't care, this guy's not Oliveira, he's not coming back from that. If that happens, unless you're Oliveira, if that happens in your career, yeah, you're a bitch. And then he lost his next fight after that as well. And then he went on a big win streak, just beating a bunch of bums. But like, O'Day Osborne's submission in the debut, and I'm like, oh, he's pretty cool. O'Day Osborne sucks, his grappling's dog shit, he gets subbed to anyone good, right? Then he beats CJ Vergara by decision. Like, we are learning that CJ Vergara is ass. Like, straight up, just is ass. He's like, I'll read you CJ Vergara's losses. Like, he got subbed by Tyra. He got, like, like, this dude, he lost why am I finding out so much random shit? This dude fought Jonathan Martinez on the regional scene. But, like, UFC-wise, right? He won on Contender Series, quick finish. Loses decision to O'Day Osborne. Split decision win over Clayton Rodriguez, who's no longer on the promotion. Subbed by Tyra. Beat Daniel Lacerda, who's, like, the worst fighter on the roster. And was, like, rocked in bad trouble. Decision over Vinicius Salvador, who's also not on the roster. Decision to Almabayev. And then he gets finished twice in a row in the first round. Like, if you're good, you should be finishing CJ Vergara in the first. He then beats Jose Johnson by decision. Jose Johnson isn't good. Jose Johnson loses, like, let's look at Jose, and I know this is MMA math, I don't care. Jose Johnson is 17-10. And I know it's like, oh, long-rangey guy, right? He got subbed in the first round by Felipe Bunes, subbed in the first round by Damon Blackshear. These are grapplers. These are other grapplers who are taking the same path to victory as you, but they're doing it better. They're not just having a mid-fucking decision where they don't even look that good. Like, and then he beats Nicolau by, again, decision. Like, this dude's got no finishing potential, and he's not actually even getting, like, meaningful control time in his fights. You compare that to Ochoa, who 8-1, 24, 7 out of his 8 wins by KO, never seen a decision, which is worrying at times, but also, his one decision was a loss to Lona Kavanagh, sorry. But, like, I don't know, I rate this dude. He subbed a guy with the last name Pantoja. That's got to mean something. Like, I'm taking the piss at this point, but, like, I don't know. He came in and fought. He subbed. Hey, this is what I'm saying. He took this Pantoja dude's undefeated record, subbed him. Like, this dude's not fighting just complete cans, right? And he got into the UFC off that win. Fought Kavanagh. And then smoked Durden. Yeah, he got wild at times. That's just a young dude getting crazy when he's going for a finish. He rocked Durden. It's not like he was getting pieced up by Durden. Like, he rocked Durden and then got cracked a little bit and just took it. In my opinion, this guy's striking is fucking ass. Like, Cap had no issue with this dude. Cap tuned this dude up. And yeah, he kind of eye-poked him to a finish. He looked so lost on the feet against Cap. Like, the striking numbers in that fight were not even funny. Like, I swear to God, he didn't land, like, anything meaningful on Cap. Well, let me check the numbers. He went 0 for 6 on takedowns and landed half of his strikes. Not even. Well, it's credited him with that, but, like, I do not remember him having that much success. Cap tuned him up and beat him easily. Like, there were no moments in that fight where I was like, damn, Almabayev is looking good here. So I'm taking Ochoa, bro. I don't care. He's dynamic. He's quick. He's got finishing potential. He's got submission threats as well. He's just dangerous in all areas, and I just see if a fight's gonna go 15, and I don't think Almabayev's just gonna control every second of it. I'm gonna take the guy who actually has the ability to cause damage and finish the fight in those moments where they're on the feet, because I don't think Almabayev's outstriking him, and when they're on the ground, I don't think Almabayev's just gonna hold him down and sub. He's not gonna just hold him down for 15 minutes, and I don't think he's subbing him either. So give me Jose Ochoa. Anyway, let's move on. I can't even be fucked breaking this fight down. Like, it is what it is. The UFC just picks their guys and they'll just promote them even if they lose. Like, I get it. It's chill. You want to give him a layup in Abu Dhabi, he's still promotable. It's cool. Shara's gonna win. He'll tune up Marc-Andre Barriault. This fight's not interesting. Like, I'm not saying you gotta chuck him in the deep end and give him fucking, like, Fluffy Hernandez or some shit, or, like, Gregory Rodriguez, but, like, can you give him, like, a Yung Yong Park or something? Like, can we give him a fucking Tavares, or can we give him, like, a fucking, I don't know, someone, like, half decent? Give him a GM3 even. Like, I don't know. Just Marc-Andre, but, like, his wins are just mid. Like, it's Bruno Silva and Armen Petrosian's decent, you know. Marc-Andre Barriault, you know, he fought that fucking bum on short notice. What's the kid's name? Derns Antonio fucking Trocoli. Antonio Trocoli, or whatever the kid's name is, right? Like, he's just, like, he's fought no one really that good, like, in terms of wins. Petrosian's probably his best win, because Petrosian's not terrible. But Petrosian got subbed in his next fight in the first fucking round by Bruno Ferreira, who's somehow decided that now he's a submission artist. But, regardless, yeah, Marc-Andre Barriault's mid. Yes, he KO'd Bruno Silva. He KO'd legitimately the corpse of He KO'd the 6-fight fucking losing streak Bruno Silva, who was like comatose from that fucking finish, because he's got no chin. Anyway, Sharol win. Let's move on. Next up, Petr Yan versus Marcus McGee. I'm not picking this ugly cunt. I'm not picking this Wanderlei Silva fucking lookalike to beat our Pookie Petr Yan. Now, is there low-key a part of me that would find it incredibly funny for all logic to be defied and Marcus McGee to KO Petr Yan and Lucas Tracy to have a fucking stroke and have to move Yan down to number 13 on his GOAT list? Like, that would be incredibly funny, but also, fuck Marcus McGee. Like, this dude's not winning a belt. He's older than Petr Yan. He's got no prospect in the sport. He was getting tuned up by Jonathan Martinez in the 3rd round. And it's not like he's some one-punch KO guy. Like, he's got a highlight reel against JP Bays. His highlight reel finishes come against JP Bays, Gavin Newsom, I believe the kid's name was, and fucking Ilya Aptoro, what's the kid's name? Gaston Bolaños, like, who also just got subbed by Quang fucking Lee. Like, I don't know. At this point, I can't. Marcus McGee's wins aren't aging well, and his wins aren't. None of his wins are on the fucking roster, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not even joking. Like, are any of this kid's wins apart from Jonathan Martinez on the roster still? Let me check. Yeah, it's Journey Newsom or whatever. I thought it was like Gavin Newsom. That's the fucking. Is that the governor of like Florida or some shit? I'm retarded. What the fuck is that? Gavin Newsom. Who's that? Isn't that like some Democrat dude? Or is that like? Forgive me. I don't pay attention to American politics. Governor of California, not Florida. Same shit. What is he? Is he Democrat or Republican? Party. Again, you guys are going to call me retarded. I remember the name, and I'm going to feel dumb for not remembering this. But again, I'm not American, so I couldn't care less. He's Democrat, okay. When I say fucking Gavin Newsom, it's Journey Newsom. But that's peak left lane retardation right there. But yeah, Journey Newsom, I'm calling him Gavin Newsom from now on. JP Bays, Gaston Bolaños, none of them are on the roster, I'm pretty sure. And Jonathan Martinez, he didn't even look good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not picking Marcus McGee. If it was 5 rounds, there would legitimately be zero hesitation. There's just a weird vibe that Marcus McGee, like, somehow manages to just fluke his way to, like, scraping a decision somehow, but, like, surely not. We gotta be logical. Petr Yan should win. Anyway, let's move on. He will be moving up to number 2 on the GOAT list after a win here, according to Lucas Tracy. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Main event of the evening, Robert Whittaker versus Reiner de Ridder. I'm picking Whittaker to win. Everyone's gonna be picking RDR. I can already predict it now. Bedtime's gonna pick him. Guru's gonna pick him. Probably Lucas is going to pick him. I don't even know. But I feel like a lot of people are going to be picking RDR. The hype's there. The momentum's there. I get it. You go with the momentum. To me, this feels like a you must have forgot I ain't getting fluked twice. I'm still here. Robert Whittaker takes it. I don't think he's got that much longer in his career, but I don't think Whittaker's like fully washed. Like, we're 2 fights removed from him smoking Ikram in a round, who is gone on to still look good and get another first round KO. Like, I'm not sold that Whittaker's just washed. I think Khamzat is just a different level. I think this is more Khamzat being a different level. Like, let's just think about this. Is Reiner de Ridder a better grappler or a better offensive wrestler and submission threat than Khamzat Chimaev? I would say not. Maybe he's more. I don't think he's strong. He's bigger. I don't think he's stronger. I don't think he's more like ferocious. I don't think he's as quick with the shot. His wrestling's clearly not as good. Is he a better striker than Dricus du Plessis? I would say no. I would say that right now, this is not like, Dricus, who looked mid in his first few fights and gradually improved and shit. Like, I can't call this guy a better striker than the version of Dricus du Plessis that beat Robert Whittaker. I can't say he has more power. Is he more physical than either Dricus or Khamzat? No, I don't see this dude having anything better than either of Whittaker's recent losses. That's my thing. And now maybe I'm MMA mathing it too much, but I'm just trying to think logically. Like, The RDR pick is just like Whittaker might low-key kind of get smoked and just get taken down and be too small. Like, that's the vibe with Whittaker. But, like, any technical breakdown is like, this dude is historically a very good defensive wrestler. This dude is historically one of the best strikers in the division. And yeah, the fluke factor is there. But to me, I'm not picking him to lose again based off fluke factor. Like, if I'm picking a fight based off fluke factor, it's like, yeah, no one's seeing this coming. No one, but like, to me, it's like, nah, like, the fluke factor is not even like fluke factor. It's just what people kind of be assuming is going to happen. So I'm going to say, nah, fuck that. Whittaker's going to school him on the feet. He's got a plus 80% takedown defense, I'm pretty sure. I'll check it right now. Jamie, pull up Robert Whittaker's statistics. Let me check Robert Whittaker. Because, like, I'm not saying De Ridder's bad. I think De Ridder could beat, like, an Israel Adesanya, maybe. But, like, I don't know. I just think Whittaker, he's 34. He's getting up there. But, like, De Ridder's older. De Ridder's I think they're the same age. Like, they're both 34. It's not like there's some up-and-coming prospect who's, like, rapidly improving. I don't buy it. What's his takedown defense? 81% takedown defense. Yes, Hamzat. Like, let's look at who's taking him down. Hamzat got him down. Alright, cool, bro. Drickus sort of physicality maxed his way to, like, a head and arm throw kind of thing. Like, no takedowns from Vettori. Obviously, Izzy's not going to shoot on him. 1 from Gastelum. I don't even know what that was. Like, historically stuffed. 3 from Yoel in the second fight. 4 in the first fight. He's stuffing, but, like, he's getting shot on a lot more than he's getting taken down, is what I'm saying. And De Ridder, again, striking accuracy for Whittaker, not amazing. Is the style striking defense near 60%? Like, is the style starting to get figured out? Maybe. But I look at Reiner de Ridder with a 44% striking defense, and I look at him with a, like, decent takedown accuracy, but again, Bo Nickel sort of, like, Bo Nickel's young, inexperienced, not super young, but, like, inexperienced in MMA, available to sort of be getting fraud check, crafty vetted. He took down GM3 a bunch. I'm not putting too much weight into that. He took down Holland twice and subbed him in the first. I'm not putting that much weight into that. Holland is not a middleweight. He sucks at middleweight. And he sucks in general. He just lost to Daniel Rodriguez. All logic says pick Whittaker. And also, this is my thing. Is like, the last time I went against logic and picked by fluke vibes, I picked fucking Ikram Aliskerov to beat this guy. I'm not doing it again. And this was in Abu Dhabi on a fight night. Similar time of year. Last June. This is this July. Again, these are not factors that should at all be taken into consideration with the prediction. But I'm learning from my mistakes. This is not Hamza. This is a relatively unproven guy with a few good wins and some fluke potential and not much other than that. So, give me Robert Whittaker. That's it. Depends on how badly he beats him up on the feet. He probably wants to be more cautious. I'll say decision. Late finish wouldn't shock me. Give me Robert Whittaker. I just think RDR striking's not on the level. Anyway, picks recap. We got Buchecha submission. Let's go through this as well, just to give you guys the rundown. So we'll go from the top. Whittaker decision, official call. Whittaker decision, Yarn decision, Saeed Nurmagomedov sub. There you go, that's the value call there. Shara TKO, Guskov TKO, Rebus decision, Leal TKO, Aslan TKO, Ochoa TKO. We'll go with a Marcus Buchecha submission, a Stephen Nguyen TKO, and a Damon Blackshear submission. I don't know what the card order is. Fight odds is showing this, but the official graphic order is showing something else. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know your picks in the comments. What picks here from me do you disagree with? Like, subscribe. Give me some video ideas as well. I'll do a few of the best ones. YouTube, best MMA YouTuber semi-finals are out now. It's Guru versus ITP MMA Live, and then Bedtime versus MMA Shay. Looking like the final is going to be Bedtime versus Guru. So stay tuned for when that pops. I'll leave that up for a few days to declare the official winner. Anyway, guys, peace out. Signing off. We hit the over as always. Cash and that shit. Goodbye.